As Angela Merkel is female, does that play a role in campaigning or in the perception of Germans?
Yes, I think it plays a role. We have more female voters than male voters in Germany. So, on the other hand, being a woman is not sufficient to be qualified to run for a job. It's important, but it's not it's not enough. You have to be good in the job that you do, and obviously people thought that Angela Merkel was the best chancellor that Germany could have. And of course, it matters whether you're male or female when it comes to style of campaign or tonality of campaign. A woman does that in a different way than a man does it. That's my experience.
How do you brand her during campaigning?
Well, the most important thing was to present her as she is, because Angela Merkel has a reputation for not being a makeup product. She has a reputation for being very authentic. And we kept that in the campaign. So we, for instance, the posters and the TV spots with her, we presented her as close to people as she is. We didn't make a model out of her. So we let people see that she is hardworking chancellor, that she is really working very, very hard for the German people. So we didn't present her just smiling and easy and everything is easygoing and there's no problem at all. But we presented her as a hard-working woman and a tough leader. And I think that was the reputation that she had before the campaign. And we didn't come up with a new story, but we focused on what people had in mind about her.
Do you also consider international perception of Angela Merkel when you actually build up her campaign at home?
Well, of course. I mean, leadership is not just a quality that you achieve at home, but it's also an international reputation that you achieve. Given the role that Angela Merkel has played in the Euro crisis and her leading position among the European heads of states and prime ministers and so on, it was, and given the fact that the Euro crisis was a big topic for German voters, this all combines in showing that Angela Merkel is not only a good leader, the best leader that the Germans can have for the German problems at home, but also for Germany in Europe. And I think that was one reason why people said, well, yes, in this crisis in Europe, Angela Merkel is the best to protect German interests.
What were some of the election campaigns or maybe marketing campaigns or advertisements that were most successful for Merkel?
Well, it's a mixture of, I would say, old traditional methods of addressing voters, like, rallies, big rallies, posters, billboards, TV ads, and something like that, that we have seen in many, many campaigns before, and some new elements, like the social media, for instance, which for the first time really in Germany has played a central role in the campaign.
Do you think people nowadays actually vote based on ideology or on efficiency and good management?
I think those who vote on ideology, the numbers become smaller and smaller. Those are the core voters who, right or wrong my party, they just every time vote for their party, which is fine, and everybody can be happy to have those voters.
Die-hard fans.
Yes, but the number is too small to win a majority in a country like Germany. So you need the swing voters, those who vote, if you have a convincing candidate, if you have a good record, if you have a program where people say, yes, these are the issues that really count for me. So it has to be a combination of core voters who tend to vote more for ideological reasons, because they are core fans of the party and what the party stands for. And the swing voters that you have to win over in every election again and again, because one time they vote for you, but the next time they probably will not vote for you. So this makes it a very, very interesting strategy to address this swing voters in the center of society, and that is exactly what we did. And by this strategy, we won this majority in the election.
I think elections nowadays, the issues that political parties focus on are more or less the same, similar: education, jobs, environment, etc. Is it easier or more difficult for you then to stand out, because parties tend to come closer as well to the center?
Well, yes and no. My experience is that yes, there is a setting of issues that come up again and again. And why is that the case? Because that is what people's life is all about. And politicians have to deal with what people want them to deal with, and not what politicians think might be the best for them. So I think there's a fair reason for that. But if you compare the solutions that parties offer, there still is a lot of difference in the answers that they give. And this opens up choices for people, which is what elections is all about.